Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Vera, Akio Kominga Life. This is Brandon.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Just a quick update about what I'm up to today. My plans got thrown off a little bit because my next doctor's appointment, which I have every month, just my regular checkup, is on November 30th, which is 8 days from now. And they gave me all sorts of medicine. They gave me, I guess standing at the corner is not the best idea. People are just going to keep running into me. Come over here and sit down. I don't have my gimbal with me, so I'll try to hold the camera as best I can, but I am using my new phone, so I think that the stabilization should be okay. I don't know how it works in selfie mode, but we'll see. Anyway, back to what I was saying is that whenever I left the hospital after my almost nearly 2-month stint, they gave me a ton of medication. They gave me 2 different laxatives. They gave me some medication to moisturize my feet because they were getting too dry. And they gave me some other medicine to put on my toenails because I've got some issue there with some kind of bacteria. They gave me medicine to take daily for my blood, to thin my blood thinner. They gave me 2 different types of pain medication to take as needed. And one of them makes me really sleepy, which is useful at night when I want to get a good night's rest, but it keeps me kind of drowsy during the day if I take it. And they also gave me 2 different types of, I don't know what to call them. They're medicines that are supposed to keep me from bleeding, which I thought was kind of strange because I take a blood thinner, right, to help break up the blood clots in my leg. A blood thinner is basically what you call an anticoagulant, and when your blood coagulates, that's essentially what your blood needs to do in order to repair a cut or a wound that's bleeding. So anytime your body gets injured and you bleed, whether inside or out, your blood has to coagulate and basically harden and cover it and fix it. And if your blood is thinner, it becomes harder to do that. So when you're taking a blood thinner, you have to be very careful about injuring yourself. And considering that living at my house, doing any type of, even just cleaning, but cleaning and DIY stuff, I'm prone to injury. Anyone is prone to injury in an environment like that, and I have injured myself a few times. But even little things like this kind of fever blister that I'm still getting over on my lip here, the reason it went so crazy is because I messed around with it a little bit and it just started bleeding like crazy, and I couldn't get it to stop bleeding for like 2 hours. It was very difficult to get it to stop bleeding, and then it created this huge scab. It's not as bad as it was before, but it's still pretty ridiculous, and it makes me want to wear a mask just to cover it up. I really hate wearing the masks. Anyway, you can see that they've given me a ton of medication, and the primary medication that I absolutely have to take, I must take every single day, is the blood thinner, because that is what's given me the opportunity to overcome the blood clots in my leg, and it's also keeping me from having another episode. And so it's very, very important that I take that every day, and you're not supposed to miss even one day. You can probably guess where this is going. Yesterday, I realized that I couldn't find my last 8 or 9 pills. So I went and looked around. I cleaned out a lot of the van, couldn't find those pills. I looked around in the house. I looked through my jackets and my pants and everywhere I could think of, my bags, both of my backpacks, inside and out, multiple times. Couldn't find them anywhere, and finally I just decided, okay, well, I don't think I can go more than a day, so I better call the hospital. I called and talked to the nurse, and actually I talked to my guidance counselor. She's easier to get a hold of. and she told me she'd talked to the doctor. The doctor said, yeah, you need to come here and pick up more medicine ASAP. So they told me it was okay for me to wait until today, and they set an appointment for me at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that was just a little while ago. The time right now, I'm not sure if I can see the time right now on this phone. Wherever my other phone is. It's in my left pocket. It's 3:30, so I just spent about an hour and a half at the hospital. But there were a couple of other things that kind of suck. And this is just FYI. Maybe this is something that's never happened to me before, and if it ever happens to you in Japan, you'll know what to expect. But since my last medicine, when I paid for it, it was covered by insurance, so I paid the copay price, right? Well, because these 8 pills to replace the next 8 days, the ones that I lost, since I lost them, they're not covered by insurance for me to get them again, so I had to pay full price. With insurance, the price is 1,200 yen, but without insurance, they were basically about 3 times that, around 3,800 I think was the total price. 3,800 yen to just get 8 pills. Now think about how insane the price would be for all the pills that they gave me, because they gave me a ton of stuff before, and I'm glad that I had the insurance. I mean, it's mandatory in Japan, but I don't even want to think about how much my hospital stay cost without that insurance. But anyway, they charged me full price, so I had to pay a lot more. And plus, driving here, I wasn't able to just go get it at the pharmacy. I was hoping that they would just, give me some kind of prescription that I could just go pick it up at the local pharmacy, and I wouldn't have to come back to the city, but apparently it doesn't work that way. They wanted me to come back here, so I did. Paid the full price, and I did say hello to my counselor, Yonozawa-san. She's great. And now, near the hospital, I decided to come down here and walk around. This is the underground shopping center. If you guys have never been here in Hiroshima, I highly recommend that you check it out. For some reason, I just like the underground shopping centers. It's something that I fell in love with when I was in China. Many of the cities in China have several different areas where you have lots of shopping and stuff underground, and often they're connected to the subway. You walk out of the subway and you go right into like an underground shopping area, and I always thought they were really cool. But this one in particular is directly underneath 2 main streets in Hiroshima, and if you go back this way, it goes right down that main hallway there to the hospital. So whenever you exit the hospital, you can immediately go underground and walk down here all the way down to all these different shopping areas without having to walk on the sidewalk or outside. If it's nice weather, of course, you can walk outside, but some days it's really, really cold or raining, and it's handy and helpful to just go immediately underground and just not have to even be outside because the weather's bad. But there are a lot of places that you can access from here, mostly through this underground area. Hiroshima Castle and the shrine nearby. The atomic bomb dome is not too far from here, but you can't walk underground all the way down there. You can walk part of the way. The Pokemon Center is accessible from underground. You can just go right into the building and go straight up the elevator without ever going outside. A couple of other things are here. There are lots of shopping areas and coffee shops and cafes down here. And there's even a really cool import store. It's not very large, but it has some cool stuff called Jupiter. If you're looking for the cool import supermarket, you can try it out. But anyway, I figured I would kind of take you guys along. I'm going to go down here and buy a lottery ticket they have a few different types of lottery, but I'm going to buy 2 lottery tickets, one to the Lotto 6 and one to the Lotto 7. These 2 are the biggest lotteries in Japan, and I think it's 500 yen total, 300 yen for the Lotto 7 and 200 yen for the Lotto 6. So I figure I would take you guys with me to buy those tickets, and then we can just walk down through this central area so you can kind of see what it looks like. Like I said, I just came from that direction. That's where the hospital is, and they've got various exits all up and down this way, but we're going to walk down the corridor. This does get you into the Astrum line, which is basically the only underground, partially underground line in Hiroshima. Do you guys think that this is pretty steady without the gimbal? You know, the cool thing is that this particular camera, it has a level. It's a white line in the middle of the screen, and whenever it's level, it's orange. But if it becomes unlevel, it turns white, and so it helps you to keep the image level no matter where you are or which way you're pointing the camera. Pretty cool, I think. A little cool tidbit about being down here, in my opinion, is some of these vending machines they have here. You know, when you come down here and you come to the not these machines. Oh, these are newspaper machines. I haven't seen those before. You can actually buy newspapers out of this machine. That's pretty cool. But when you come down to the Astrum line underground, you can find one of my favorite machines, which is the Momiji Manju machine. Pretty cool, huh? So you can actually buy Momiji Manju. If you're wondering what that is, it's a cake-like treat with filling on the inside, and it's shaped like the Momiji leaf, like a maple leaf, and they have different flavors. My favorite is matcha, but all of them I think are delicious. This is a very, very Hiroshima local treat. So I think it's cool that you can get it out of the vending machine. So I think this is the only place I've seen where you can get Momiji Manju out of the local vending machine. Sometimes when I go to the hospital, they don't give me the medicine at the hospital. I have to come to this pharmacy right here. If you've seen one of these in Japan before and you don't know what it is, once, it's like a pharmacy. Not all of them have the actual medicine counter pharmacy. Some of them are just like this type of pharmacy where you can go in and you can buy over-the-counter stuff. But this one also, underground here, it has the actual medicine. But I can't help it. Every time I see it, I think, we want this process. This is an advertisement for the Jupiter supermarket. But it's funny because it's not over here. It's further up and to the right. This is the hub, the central area. It's like a circle in the middle. Directly above it is the intersection. And you can go right, left, straight, or back this way, following every road. But we're going to walk down here and get my winning lottery tickets. And I promise all of you, as soon as I win big in this lottery, I will completely finish renovating my kominka, and I will add some really nice natural hot tubs, and I will definitely put in a swimming pool and make it into a really, really beautiful, nice resort. Okay, I'm gonna try to set my phone to the side and see if I can capture a little bit, or should I just hold it down like this? try to hold it down here like this. I think I've got a 500 coins that should be enough. Roto 6と7お願いします。はい。はい、ありがとうございます。Put these away in my wallet. Right there. Okay.
これと、4番のス3枚。
What was that about? Okay. I got my winning lotto tickets, and I'm looking forward to finishing the renovations at the Kominka. This is the center area I was telling you about, the circular center area. If you were to go straight up from here, you'd be right in the middle of the intersection. The back to the right is the going towards the hospital and Hiroshima Castle and all of that, the Museum of Art. If you go back to the left, you'll go down the main street, and if you go straight down that way, you'll go towards the atomic bomb dome. But we'll do a quick walk around. You can see, like, here's one way all the way down there. It goes towards Hachibori. You can also go up here. This comes out basically in the middle of the road at the streetcar station. If you want to get on a streetcar here, you have to be in between the right and left lane. And you'll notice that on each side of the road, they've got a long corridor here and then another long corridor there on each side of the road. And many shopping places and whatever on each side. It's like that along each road. It says it's the train vert building. I still have no idea what that is. I've never been in there, and so I don't know what train vert building is. This direction is Hondori. Hondori's down this way, and Hondori Station for the Astrum line and the streetcar is also down this way. Furthermore, I'll take a quick look. If you come down this way, I don't know if you can see it all the way down there, but all the way down there on the right is Starbucks. So there's a Starbucks down here. They actually do have a small tourist information booth here, right over here in the corner, next to the Hiroshima Kogin building. This is also where the only Mizuho Bank is in Hiroshima. I opened my first bank account when I was in Tokyo, and it was the Mizuho Bank. But it's almost useless here in Hiroshima because there are no Mizuho ATMs and banks in most of the city and the prefecture. They only have one main bank and a couple of ATMs right upstairs here. But if I use my card anywhere else, then I have to pay a fee at the ATM. So if you come to Hiroshima, I highly recommend that if you're going to be here for a while, I do recommend that you get one or two local bank accounts like Hiroshima Bank, or I think they've got two main banks here besides Hiroshima Bank. There's another one, I can't remember the name of it. But Japan Post is always a great option for anywhere in Japan. But for different services and stuff, I think it's best to have more than one account. Down this way there's a Tully's, and if you keep walking down here further to the right, you'll find that there's the Jupiter supermarket that I was talking about. But as a treat, I think it would be cool for us to go upstairs and take a look at the Pokemon store. What do you say? This is the entrance that you want to go to if you're going to the Pokemon store. This big building here is Sogo. Sogo is like a big building with a department store inside, and further up is the Pokemon store. You can see the advertisement for it right there, right? So let's go up and take a look. Now we're technically on the ground floor, almost. If you go up the stairs there, you'll be outside. But this is where we want to go. As soon as you go in, if you want to get on the elevator, it's going to be to the left. So we're just going to walk down this way and go to the left. Lots and lots of treats here if you want to buy gifts for somebody or some kind of snack or something. Tons and tons of options here. Here's an elevator, but I don't know if it's going up or not. Yep, it is. Which floor is the Pokemon on? Oh. Seems to be the 6th floor. And 6, here we are. As soon as you come out of the elevators, you'll see that they've got the whole wall covered in Pokemon stuff. And right around the corner, you're going to see a statue. Pizza. Pretty cool, huh? Looks neat. I guess 25th anniversary. I'm gonna ask them if cameras are okay, or I'm just gonna walk in with a camera, and when they come over, I'll just ask them if cameras are okay. These are cool little statues. I bet if you had something like this, then it would sell for a lot. Very cool. Hard plastic, large. Nothing going on today, otherwise there'd be a long line of people. Whenever they have like new cards or something that come out, there's always a really, really long line of people. Let's take a look at the outside first, and then we'll kind of buzz around. He's showing stuff about a Game Boy. That's interesting. Some of you might recognize what you're looking at here, but I don't. I've never been into Pokemon. I think it just, when it came out, I was too old to get into it and appreciate it. But they do have a lot of cute stuff though. So let's walk around. Well, I got some Christmas stuff here. Oh, that's really cute. Look at that. It looks like a bouquet. Here's another thing. The prices here are always going to be expensive. 8,500 yen for that. 4,000 yen for the Pokemon. The Pikachu, rather. These are 3,000. These are like holiday items. More Christmas holiday items. Stockings. Cards. Konnichiwa. Glasses, plates, silver. Complete outfit. Must be warm for sleeping. And then they've got the entire wall of plushies. Tons and tons of plushies. If you're wondering how much they are, they're never cheap. Like on this wall, the cheapest one I see is 2,000. I know the name of this one actually. I think this is Squirtle, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. This one here is 2,000. But the rest of them are like all the way up to 5,000, 6,000. Pikachu much? Lots and lots of Pikachu. I don't know what these are. I don't even recognize these. Waka de Ika? What in the world does that mean? Do you know this? I've never seen this. Don't recognize it. This bag is 6,600. This is just a phone clip, and it's almost 3,000. And I don't even know this character. But you can see they got an entire wall all the way down of many different Pokemon, and all the way around. So if you like plushies, this is a place to get one, that's for sure. Some big plushies. I wonder how much the big plushies are. This one looks like it'd be good for putting on your bed. Put you in the mood for sleep. These are 5,000. The pig is hilarious looking. I like them. Very soft. I guess for the big brand new plushies, 5,000 is not too bad. Plates, bowls, chopsticks, spoons, glasses, mugs, even some bento lunch boxes. Look like some kind of spinners or something. Games. Stickers. How much for a sticker? 330 for stickers. Cute. I kind of like this design. Looks like an old one. Keychains. Key holder. These are kind of thick. 880. It's like a reel. Thought that was a bottle opener. I guess not. Toothbrush sets. Cute. Pens and pencils, stationery. On this end down here, you're going to see a lot of cards. They've got cards on the wall down there. And here they've got some, these are like gift box treats, snacks, and things like that. Of course, you can get them for yourself, but they're also really good as gifts for other people. Here they've got like some coin purses and bags and stuff like that. I wonder how much a bag is. $6,600. Bring a picnic, it says. Cute. Bring a picnic. $5,000 for that one. Socks. And here in the middle, they've got a little island that changes. The stuff that they put here changes from time to time, but I see a lot of snacks here, little things you can eat. Even noodles. That's actually not a bad price for Pokemon noodles. It is a small thing, but 183 yen. Some cards. But then down here they have the main cards. And if they have some big boxes or big packs or special packs that come in, you don't actually grab them from over here. They're going to have them behind the counter over here, you see? You're going to have to ask them for what you want, and then they'll give it to you, and you pay for it right there. So you can't just grab it and then take it over there. You'll have to get them to get it. It's kind of like a controlled item, you know? But anyway, I think that's pretty much it for here. This is the shortest line I've ever seen in the Pokemon store. I guess, like I said, there's really nothing going on today. No promotions or rare items or specials. They do have some games here. It's like 6 games plus some gashapon or gachapon. Those are capsule machines, capsule toys right here. A few more plushies. Wow, this one's 13,000. That one's 13,000 also. These are expensive. 12,000, 7,000, 5,000. This one moves. Interesting. Cute. Nintendo Switch ads, I guess. Pokemon games for the Switch. Well, that's pretty much it here. I think that's pretty much all. I hope you enjoyed stopping at the Pokemon Center. I haven't been here in a while. I thought maybe some of you would like to see it. It's actually very close to the hospital, not far from there. So it's very easy to come over here from that area. I'm still parked at the hospital right now. My van is over there, but since I had an appointment today, the parking fee is only 300 yen. And whenever I park there, if I need to get medicine from the pharmacy or something to drink or to go to the supermarket or anything like that, I can actually just walk over here and get what I need and then walk back over there and then go home. And I don't have to pay a really high parking fee. I'm waiting on the elevators right now. Okay, finally got an elevator. On my way back down to B2, and then I will walk down to B1 and go underground back down to where my van is, but I'm gonna stop at 7-Eleven on the way to get something to drink. This is the B1 area of Sogo, and I just wanted to do a quick walk around so you can see just how much stuff is down here as far as like treats and yummies. And this is one of my favorite parts of the Christmas season in Japan, is these underground shopping areas will have a lot of seasonal goodies, and I think it's just awesome. This is why it's very difficult for me, or one of the reasons why it's very difficult for me to do fasting, especially during the holidays in Japan, because there's always something. Always something you can eat, drink, snack on. Little UCC cafe or coffee. Looks like they've got some drinks over here. Maybe something I can grab. I'd like to get some juice. Some carrot juice would be particularly nice, but I'm not so sure that they're going to have it here. Yeah, these are mostly regular drinks. Maybe the juice is down here. Let's go see. There's some yogurt. What is this? Like a lemon yogurt? Fresh milk. I want to try this. It's lemon yogurt. I've never seen this. I want to try. Okay, where's the cashier? Maybe the other way. Oh, more Christmas stuff. Stockings. All sorts of things. I swear there's more Christmas stuff here than there ever was in my hometown. I don't know if the cashier for the supermarket is down here or the other way. Oh, well, it points down here, so I guess that's kind of strange. It's way down here. This is the strangest supermarket ever. Ah, okay, here we go. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Okay. Here's okay. All the cashiers are down here. This supermarket is very open. It's very complicated to figure out because there's so many little shops and there are different cashiers for different shops. It's like, which one is for the supermarket? And then they've got this row of cashiers, so it kind of becomes obvious suddenly. I wonder if I have enough change to pay for my yogurt. And what's taking so long? Oh, hi. Also. Okay. Oh, hi, いいで。442円ちょうど。 Arigatou gozaimasu. Okay, I did have enough change to get that. It's another thing that you have to have, I think, when you're trying to move quickly. Konnichiwa. Everything looks so yummy. Wow. The smell here is great too, by the way. More Christmas treats. I just want to get a table and eat. Flowers. That smells nice. That's interesting. If you stand between here and over here, it's like a mixture of food and flower smells at the same time. I think I can go outside here. Should I try to go up the stairs? Okay, this is the most difficult thing for me to do, I think. Go upstairs or uphill. Besides carrying stuff. But I'll take it easy. Shopping and gourmet and clinic. Huh? That's funny. Oh, hey, cutie. Oh. Okay. Well, now I'm worn out. Seriously, though, my legs feel exhausted after going up the stairs. And I feel like I'm out of oxygen. This is the Sogo building. It's got a very unique look. And you can see the Pokemon Center sign right there. The intersection I was talking about is right down there, where we were just at a moment ago. But the hospital is down there. And instead of walking underground, we can walk together outside. How about that? I think there are some places to sit up here. By the way, this is the bus center, the long distance bus terminal. It's also right next to Sogo. This is what's called Parco, I believe. They've got the lit Christmas tree up. I'm almost getting run over by the bicycles. Pasella, I'm sorry. Pasella. Why did I say Parco? Where is Parco? Somewhere. Yeah, they've got some chairs out here. I can sit down and take a break for a moment. Be a good place to wrap the video up, I guess. But yeah, they've got the huge lit up Christmas tree. It looks really cool at night. This is... it's like an outdoor izakaya. Is that what this is? Yeah. Pasella. They've got a lot more. It's another department store. Tons and tons of shopping inside. But I'm gonna sit down here. Yo. My lemon yogurt. Man, that is delicious. It almost tastes like lemon pie. It says, this yogurt is made from fresh milk. It's delicious and good for your health. I hope so. I wonder if the lemons come from Hiroshima. yasudayogurt.co.jp. I'll look that up later and see where in Japan that's located. It is a Japanese company, so that's good. But cheers, kanpai. For those of you who watched my video yesterday, first of all, bless your heart for enduring all of that. My explanation on that video about why I want to shoot stuff, or shoot, the style of shooting and all of that kind of thing. I kind of wanted to add to that like days like today, I wasn't planning to come to Hiroshima City today, but because I ran out of my medicine, I lost it, and that's why I ran out. I couldn't find where I put my last eight or nine pills, so it kind of became my chore for today. And I did sleep a little late and rested as much as I could, because I felt like since I was going to go almost 2 full days without my medicine and I was getting kind of a headache, I thought it might be dangerous for me to exert myself too much. So I rested as much as I could, and right around 11:30 I left the house, and I got to my appointment right on time at 1 o'clock. So the way the appointments work in the hospital, basically you have a hospital card. You show up, you put it in the machine, and then it prints out your instructions for that day. It tells you which floor, which window to go to, etc. But anyway, I was able to get there right on time. But what I was going to say is, even though I wasn't at the house today to do anything, and this video is not about anything at the house, it follows the theme of my channel, which is, Akia Kominka life, all of those things together. So what I'm challenging myself to do is record every single day something that I'm doing, regardless of what it is. And on some days I have many things to do, and I'll just record those things and upload it and share it. Some of those things will be at the house, and some of them will not be. But maybe some days I won't have much to do, or maybe I'm sick or not feeling well and that sort of thing, but I'll still update. That's my goal. My goal is to bring you along with me on my path, regardless of what I have to do each day, whether it's trying to get better from being sick, going to classes and studying Japanese, or sending off some anime figures to somebody in another country, or to the US, or whatever it is, going to the hospital, cleaning up at the house, installing pipes, or getting a sewage system, or a septic tank installed, whatever it is, whether it's work at the house or cleaning or other life stuff, all of those things are connected, and that's what I'm going to be updating every single day. And I hope that whether it's because of the lottery money, or a successful business, or whatever other means that I get, I hope I'm able to put more money into renovating the house so that it is ready to be used, not just for staying in comfortably and safely, but also for business purposes, because I do want people to be able to go out there and stay and enjoy it. But that means that a lot is going to have to be done. It's going to take some time, but more than that, it's going to take money. Money speeds things up, but for me right now, it's the opposite. The money is slowing things down. So it's interesting. A friend of mine in China, not a really close friend, just a former colleague who stays in touch sometimes, she sent me some messages, and she was kind of, at first she just wanted to chat and see how I was doing, and she also asked me if I'd be interested in helping her with her English. But even though I know her and I could do a little English support and get paid for it a little, I'm just really not interested in it. I'm tired of... first of all, I don't like teaching online. It's not something I enjoy. But the other thing is, I'm just tired of doing that kind of work. I'm burnt out on it. And I wasn't really interested in doing it. But we got into a conversation about that because for me, my stance is very simple. I'm tired of doing work that is not in my heart to do. And especially if it takes up time and doesn't give me enough money. So if somebody said, listen, I'll give you $100 for one hour lesson. Wow, that's $100 for 1 hour is pretty good. But who's going to pay $100 an hour for English lessons? Right now it seems like everybody's trying to lowball me and pay like 1,000 yen or something. That's $7. Why would I waste my time? And they want me to prepare lessons and give them the lesson plan and have some kind of long-term plan laid out and all this stuff. They're wanting me to do all this extra work and have everything just completely organized and laid out, but they're not willing to pay for that. They're wanting to pay like $10 or less per hour. Screw that. I don't care. I just don't care anymore. At this point in my life, I don't even know if I'm going to be alive much longer. Who knows what's going to happen with... even a healthy person could die today. There's no guarantee that we're going to be around long term. But I have a serious health issue to deal with. And I have no idea how that's going to affect me in the short or long term. So I don't have a desire to waste my time, whatever time I have remaining on this earth, doing something I don't want to do just for a few dollars. That's something I'm done. I'm done with that. So I'm not gonna... And actually, I think that's part of the reason why I got sick. And if I continue to do those things, that it will keep me sick and make me sicker, because it makes me miserable. Any work that you really, really don't want to do and you're being underpaid for it, it's got to be bad for you. It's got to mentally bother you, and if it's bothering you mentally, it's going to bother you physically. So whatever it is that's really in your heart to do, that's what I would recommend that you do. And don't listen to people who say don't follow your dreams. That's bad advice. Well, to me, your dream isn't about following some flight of fancy or some whimsical thing, something that just comes to mind all of a sudden. To me, that's not what a dream is. To me, your true inner purpose, what your deep desire to do that's been instilled in you, that's what a dream is to me. And that's something that will never change. People say, well, my dream changed. I wanted to do this, and then over time I realized that I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to do this. Well, then that wasn't your dream. That wasn't your purpose. Sometimes it takes a while to figure out what your purpose is. Some people aren't even actively looking for their purpose, and they're just working jobs that are not satisfactory. But you have to kind of bounce around a little bit and try different things. And some people are just lucky from a very early age. When they're kids, they figure out what their purpose is, and they really want to do that. And if they're super, super lucky, then they actually get into that, and they grow up doing that, and they live, very happy lives because they're actively pursuing and doing their purpose in life. But some people, like me, they figure out what their purpose is and their desire is very early, and for whatever reason, they allow circumstances to control them or get them down. Peer pressure, fear, they allow these things to keep them away from really pursuing their dream, and instead they spend a lot of time doing other work that's not their dream, and that really beats a person down. And I think that's what happened to me. And if I'm getting paid, if all this time, all the work that I've been doing since I started working when I was younger, if I'd been getting paid really, really well and investing and saving up, at the very least, I would have that to help me get into filmmaking and making my own movies and having my own production company. But unfortunately, I had like the double whammy. You know, you can even say the triple whammy. One of those is trying to deal with and get all of the trauma and childhood abuse completely out of my system that's been affecting me over the years. That would be one. The second thing is to actually do work that makes me money, you know, and that I'm able to save at the very least, but if not invest and grow. But the other thing is just working jobs that I've never wanted, and so I've never been able to stay in one job for very long, because in the beginning you're learning, right? You have the learning curve, and so once I get the gist of it, then I get good at it, and then I hate it. And the reason is because it's not what I want to do. Every time I shoot a film, a short film or my first feature film that I shot in China, I'm so happy when I'm doing that. The whole time. If I have to get up early and shoot in the morning, it doesn't matter. I'm still happy. If I have to shoot late at night, it doesn't matter. I'm happy. If I have to edit a ton of video, it doesn't matter. I'm happy. Because I'm shooting a movie. I'm shooting something that I love to do. If it's my movie, I wrote the script, and I'm the director, I'm directing people, and I'm editing it and putting it together, I'm so happy. That's when I'm at my happiest. But once again, making movies and having a production company takes money. And I had this conversation with my friend, and she said, well, money isn't everything. You know, we can still have a happy life and you know, enjoy the work that we're doing, and and build a happy life with our friends and our family around us if we don't have money. And I said, but you're not rich, you're not wealthy. Become wealthy first and then tell me that, because I would much rather be wealthy with problems than poor with problems. I would absolutely much rather that situation, because the fact of the matter is that having money is to have options and to have choices. Many options and many choices, and to be able to do a lot of things for other people, not just yourself, but for other people that you weren't able to do as a poor person or as a person with average pay. Because let's face it, you know, even if you have a decent job, what's considered a decent job, and you're married to somebody who has a decent job, and maybe you don't decide to have kids, but you might have one or two or more kids, and you're going to have bills to pay, you're going to be locked into your jobs, and you have cars, house, whatever, you know, food, different expenses, probably want to do things with your family sometimes and whatever. What little money that you have left over, you're not going to be able to do very much with, and you're going to work until you get to retirement, and at that time, what are you going to do? You're old, and there's not a whole lot you can do. And even if you get to that point where you've saved and you finally retire, you're not going to have just a mound of money or a mountain of money to have all these options and choices that I mentioned before. The only way to really have that is to build true wealth. And to me, that means owning multiple streams of income that are just coming to you. Even if I go to the hospital, if I have to go to the hospital and stay in the hospital for 2 months, it doesn't matter, because all of my income is still coming in. You know, all of my different streams of income and businesses are still running, because I don't have to work them like a job where I have to be, you know, on site and active and doing stuff every day, or my income goes to zero. I'm tired of that type of nonsense. I'm so tired of that life, and I learned to have a life like that because of my parents. Because my parents were poor, and they had the very strong poverty mindset, and they basically ingrained that in me and tried to make me feel, and did make me feel like, you know, I was just always going to struggle with money. And they had that religious point of view, which is, you know, money is the root of all evil. Well, the Bible doesn't even say that. It says that the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Just one clang. There's a big clock on the wall there. It clangs at different times of the day. So basically, a greedy person, that type of person, that type of greed is the root of all kinds of evil. It can open many doors to things that are not good. But loving money and having money is not a bad thing at all. But we're taught that by poor people. Poor people will tell you that. But no truly rich person will tell you that money is evil or loving money is evil. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, after all, if I have $1 billion, and think about the good that I can do with that. If I give some nice gifts to people that I love, if I help some people who are in need, like when I was at the hospital, I was walking through there and they have a child's ward there, a children's ward. And I thought, how nice would it be to be able to donate some money or some gifts during Christmas to help the children and the families, because how many of them are struggling to pay for bills? I mean, it's hard enough when you're in the hospital, but when you've got a child in the hospital, that must be doubly tough, because it's not just the money, it's your child. It must be a very hard thing to have to deal with. So a guy like me with a big heart but no money, and I see people struggling or suffering and there's nothing I can do about it, it really upsets me. And that's another reason why I need my health, because if I don't have my health, then I literally have nothing, because I'm not made of money right now. And if I don't have my health, then I literally have nothing. What's the point of being alive if you don't have health or money? And some people would say, well, as long as you have people who love you. Well, that doesn't even matter if you don't have your health and you don't have money. Yes, if you're close to several family members who have money and they love you and they can support you and help you or whatever, yeah, but that solves money issue, or having a place to stay or whatever, but it definitely doesn't fix your health. I'm just saying that without both, what do you have? It becomes a burden, and I don't want to be a burden on anybody. That's the way I feel when I'm sick. If I don't have money and my health is bad, then I feel like I become a burden on everybody. So I'm tired of feeling like that. I don't want to feel like that. I'd rather just not be here than feel like I'm a burden on everybody. So I do believe that we can all be wealthy, and there's different paths for everybody to get there. No two people are going to take the same exact path. So how I'm supposed to get there, I can't say for sure what that is, because if I knew, I'm sure I'd already be there, and I'm not there yet. Hopefully I can get there sooner rather than later. And then, because honestly, if I win the lottery, for example, yes, I'll immediately renovate my house, my old house. But you know what else I'm going to do immediately after that? As soon as I cash that lottery ticket and that money goes into my bank account, the very first thing I'm going to do is go down here to one of these really nice hotels like the Hilton, and I'm just going to check in and stay there and do nothing. I'm just going to relax and recover my health. That's all I'm going to do. I'll study Japanese. I still plan to continue doing that. But the main thing is that I just want to put myself in an environment where I can focus on the most important thing for me right now, and that's my health. I want my health to be better. And if I'm in an environment like a really nice hotel, then I don't have to worry about washing stuff, taking care of the room. I'll have a really clean bathroom, a really nice, comfortable bed, a controlled, clean environment where I don't have to do anything. And then whenever I feel good, I can drive my Lamborghini out to my house and check on the renovation progress. and see what's going on out there. And when that's taken care of, I can just go back to the hotel and relax and feel good. That's what I want to do. But it's because of my health. I'm tired of having issues with my health, and I shouldn't have these issues. A couple of people have said to me recently, well, that's getting older. Bullshit. That's not getting older. Getting a large cancer tumor on your kidney and then it causing blood clots in your body and edema and anemia, this has nothing to do with being 48 years old. Come on, give me a break. I don't like it when people say stuff like that to me, because to me it's like it's meaningless, empty words that have no thought behind them. If I'm 110 years old and I complain to a friend of mine, oh, I've got this cancer tumor on my kidney now, he might say, well, yeah, that's probably what happens when you get to be 110. I could probably accept that statement at that time, but a year and a half ago, when I just turned 47, why should I have these severe issues at 47? I mean, there are people here in Japan that are almost twice my age, and they're getting around faster and better than I am. I mean, heck, my neighbor, the grandma out near my house, she's out there in the flower garden doing stuff in the vegetable garden and then the greenhouse almost every single day. And it doesn't even matter what the weather is. She's out there doing stuff. And right now, most days, I don't even feel like doing that. And sometimes I can't even do that because my leg is swollen. I can't bend down. I can't kneel down. I can't squat. You don't realize how much that stuff limits you until it happens, and then you're like, well, crap, this sucks. It really makes life difficult. And when you combine that with money problems or the lack of money, then, and if you toss in no close family or relationships nearby, then it's like a lose-lose-lose situation. That's the way it feels, okay? That's the way it feels. It is true, yes, I have a girlfriend right now who's here in the city, but honestly, her work and life schedule is not, it's not good for me right now. I don't like it. And the reason I don't like it is because if I were able to see her once a week, every week, once a week, then that would be a huge improvement, because she's just too busy. She has too much going on, and she is a little social, so she has regular parties with her colleagues. She gets together with them. She has a daughter, so she has to make sure to take care of her, get her to school in the morning, take care of her in the evening, and get her fed and all of that stuff, and the basic stuff that you have to do when you have a kid. And she's basically starting junior high school, so she's at that age. But all of the things that she has to do, plus I live over an hour from here, and she can't come see me. She doesn't drive. She doesn't have a car. So for us to maintain our relationship it takes effort to schedule things, and when we do see each other, like I said, it's not really often, not as often as I would like, because once you get beyond dating and you say, okay, we're in a relationship, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, then yes, you should be seeing each other regularly and spending regular time together. But to me, it just feels like almost like a long distance relationship, and that's not what I want. I don't want that. I want us to spend more time together and be with each other more, and I really don't know how to do that right now. Once again, having more money creates more options and opens more doors. So what I really hope is that I can build at least one successful business that replaces my basic income, and then expand that, scale it up, build other businesses, eventually get to the point where I can have my own production company and make my own movies. And that's one of the reasons also why I want to study Japanese, because in order to make movies here and have some degree of success, I'm basically going to have to make them in Japanese. And it makes more sense to learn Japanese than to say, hey, I'm gonna hire a translator or interpreter to do everything. That doesn't make any sense. As a serious filmmaker who wants to make movies in Japanese, I really need to be able to understand the language pretty well. So looking forward to getting into my classes in December next month. So anyway, I guess I got off on a little rant. But hopefully tomorrow, what do I have coming up tomorrow? I believe that since I'm about to go back to the house now, I'm going to drive back to the house tonight. I decided not to spend the money. I mean, even though I can get like a small capsule for about 2,500 yen, I decided not to do that. I'm just going to stop in Saijo on the way back to have a hot bath at the onsen. It'll be maybe about from 700 to 1,000 yen to do that. So I'm gonna have a nice shower and maybe shave, relax there, and then I'll go back home. As for tomorrow's plan, I haven't given it too much thought, but I think I'll try to use Glenn's thermal imaging device to figure out where the cold air is coming into the room and see what I can do to insulate it. I really do want to try to insulate the other rooms, but I need to clean them out first. Like the Irori room has a really good solid floor, and I would like to be able to insulate that floor and close it in. However, it has a lot of boxes and anime figures and other things in there, so I would have to get those cleared out first, then put down the insulation on that floor, and then cover it up with the tatami that I have. I have like a cheap tatami that I can put over it, and then move the carpet onto that floor, and then after that enclose the walls. And now that I think about it, if I want to use the Irori and in that room, I would have to knock out the ceiling first, and before I do all of the floor stuff, because it would create a mess. So you can see it's a lot of stuff to do in a really short amount of time, because since I do plan to stay in my van next month, for weekends I would like for my house to be conducive to staying there on the weekends, and for my van to be comfortable to stay in during the week. So I suppose I should prioritize my van and getting that ready first. Like some of you mentioned in the comment section of my last video, putting up the solar panels on top of the van and getting a battery plugged in. And I also want to get like a small mini fridge, and I do have a toaster oven and a hot water kettle and things like that, but if I can find some smaller ones that are not only cheaper but also use less wattage, then I would like to get those and use those in the van. But it's a lot to plan and think about. I need to get my van ready to stay in, and I need to find a parking spot, so I need to go down to Onomichi. I was wanting to go this week, but had to come here. So maybe I need to do that tomorrow. We'll see. But whatever it is, all of those things that I mentioned to you I need to do, but whatever it is that I do, I'll plan it, I'll think about it this evening, and then I'll be back to see you tomorrow. But until then, I appreciate you guys joining me, and if you have any suggestions for me about any of the things that I mentioned on how to do it efficiently and cheaply, then please let me know, and I really appreciate it. Don't forget that I do have some tip jars and Patreon and that sort of thing listed in my About page. If any of you are interested in supporting me, you can support me monthly on Patreon. Even if you just send me like $1 or $5 a month, that's very much appreciated. But also, if you want to give like a one-off tip, you can use any of the tip jars that I have listed, like with Koji or Ko-fi or PayPal. Any of those are okay. I even have a GoFundMe page, but any of those are okay. And if you're not, at least leave me a nice comment and positive message in the video comment section below, and I appreciate that. That's all for now. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my lemon yogurt and head back to the van. I hope you guys have a really great evening or afternoon or morning, wherever you are. Love you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu, and じゃあね。